Well, hello there, everybody. Here to show you my playthrough of Touhou 10 Mountain of Fate. This is actually the first Touhou game I finally get to beat. It's amazing. So I'm doing this post commentary because doing it live would be impossible. You need your 5 sensitive to play Touhou. Hopefully, they can help some people figure out some of the stuff you have to do in order to get around this extremely ridiculous Dagmakus. Touhou, as you can tell, is a side-scroller shoot 'em up in which you play as a Miko, as you can tell, and shoot at fairies and other kinds of enemies. It's it's actually called a Dangmaku shooter. Dangmaku is more or less translating shooter from hell, or but no, rain of bullets or something like that. Here we have our first boss, mid boss. It's just actually really easy, and as you can tell right there, I nearly got hit, and that would have sucked because had I gotten hit in the first level, I would have had to restart it all. Some of you may say, isn't that kind of extreme? Yeah, well, but if you don't do well in the first stages, I can tell you right now, you're not gonna do well in the later ones. So you might as well just restart, because that life that you just lost in stage 1 is really gonna cost you in stage 5 or even just stage 4. Um, the first boss of the game, Minoriko Aki. We fought her sister in the middle of the level. Her non-spell cards are nothing to worry about. They're really easy to dodge. Not a problem. This is the first spell card in the game. Really easy. Really have to go out of your way in order to get hit by it. But just stick to the bottom and go in between the bullets. Simple as that. By the way, I didn't say the name of the spell card. This is Plenty Sign Owotoshi Harvester. This is probably her hardest spell card, and it's also her final one. Just stick to the bottom again and try to go in between the big holes in between the two pillars of light, I suppose. The two light spears. There we go. They're like spears, right? Also music. Scars of the Gods, Stage 2, The Great Yokai Forest. And it says Stage 1, huh? Well, consistency much. Huh. This one can be kinda hard, but really it's not at all. Oh, especially when you have a homie Reimu. I mean, homie Reimu is just amazing. It makes the game so much easier. Either that one or Fronto or Needle, I think Reimu is the other one. This one, it can be kind of difficult at first, but really it's a simple going left and right or up and down or going in a circle or in a circle, and you'll be fine. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. Honestly, I feel more comfortable with left and right. Just go left and then right, dodging the small bullets, and you should be fine. And again, I forgot to say the name of the spell card. Here we go. Enemies are gonna start coming from the left and from the right. Here, I actually do one thing that I recommend a lot. Is abusing the homing. If the homing goes to the left, you go to the right. There, I don't do it very well, but you'll see me do that later a lot. Especially in stage 5. Stage 5, it's amazingly easy with the homing amulets. That's Kageyama Hina, the second boss. And by far harder, but not as hard. Not that hard, I mean. And you'll excuse me, you find any sort of accent in the way I speak. I'm not a native speaker, after all. My native language is Spanish. I'm Peruvian. See, the Flood Sign, Broken Amulet, by far her hardest spell card. But the only recommendation I have for you is learn to read Dagmaku. That's all I can tell you. You'll be able to find a hole somewhere in that, and you have to go through it. The window of opportunity is not that small, so it's not that hard of a spell card either. Really, so really up to stage. Yeah, there isn't a single spell card that I would call hard in stage 1 or 2. So this is wound sign pain flow. I cannot speak today for some reason. It starts really easy, but it can get really complicated if you don't deal with Hina immediately. Just stick to the middle and try to get as many shots at her as you can. And well, here we are at the third stage. There we go. The Flawless Fortress, stage 3, the Untrodden Valley. Valley. Why can I not say the word valley? Well, everything's pretty straightforward. When you go left and you go right, you let the homing ambulance do most of the job. Stage 3, in stage 3 you see a lot of what I'm talking about. As you can tell, I'm sticking to the left side. I'm letting my homing ambulance do the job on the right side. It's easier that way. Here I could have gone up to get extra points, but I'm an idiot. It just like that. As you can tell, I went to the left and my homing ambulance to the right. That's the boss in this stage. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention how the point system works in this game. Usually, when you're just going for completion, or you're just going to beat the game. I should mention the spell card before I explain that. This is a really hard spell card if you don't know how to deal with it. Just stick to the bottom, and don't worry too much about the spears of light and the spears of bullets, and focus more on the red ones. That's my recommendation. Okay, as you can tell, there's a score to the right side. The life system in this game works a little bit different than in the other Touhou games. Actually, very different. What happens is that you get lives according to how many points you get. When you are at 20 million points, you get 1 extra life. Then at 40 million points, then at 80 million points, and finally at 150 million points. Probably you can get more lives and higher than that, but you're probably not gonna be getting those scores in normal mode. So your score is really important. Unfortunately, there's no grace bonus in this game, so I will not be explaining that. First spell card, Flood, Ooze Flooding. This can be a really overwhelming spell card if you don't know what to do. Really, just try to align yourself with the horizontal ones, and try to move left and right, and only left and right when trying to dodge those orbs that Nitori is shooting at you. Turn-down spell cards are not a problem. At least the first two. The third one can be complicated, but not that much. This is Water Sign Capas Pororoka. This, again, an easy spell card if you know what you're doing. You just keep an eye open and be brave. That's key. Be brave. Here, this one can be a little bit complicated, but really just slight movement to the left and right. Right, left. There we go. Now, this is by far the hardest spell card you've seen so far, and I would dare to say that the first hard spell card in the game when you're in normal mode. I have actually managed to beat this one 3 times. I have no idea how. You just kind of have to read very well where those spears of lights are going. And we are at the Mountain Fortress, stage 4, the Waterfall of 9 Heavens. So for this one, you have to be really careful. You have to stick to the bottom and try to go through the lines of bullets. It's very close. Those kind of things are very claustrophobic. Here, just try to follow the path that the baby blue that the baby blue bullets create. That means going to the left and to the right. Usually left and right is the way to go when trying to dodge things. Here, here, remember to stick to the bottom, move slowly, really slowly, so as to not get overwhelmed with those. And then here you meet Momiji, and make sure to use 2 bombs here because Momiji is fucking ridiculous. I mean, I would pay somebody to see them beat that Danmaku without using a bomb or dying. I mean, geez, that is just ridiculous. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. Pretty sure that there is somebody out there that can do it, but really there's very little drawback to just doing what I just did because you get a lot of power after you beat Momiji. Oh, by the way, the red things are power. I forgot about that. Oh, and I forgot to explain the bullet system, the power system. Basically, when you get more power, you fill that power meter. Well, not even a meter. That power number at the right side. It tops at 5, and your maximum firepower tops at 4. But if you're at 5, you get an extra bomb. Bombs are used with the X button and the X key. I'm sorry, the X key, and it clears the whole screen. Well, first it generates a small circle, and then it clears the whole screen. As you can tell, you just hit 80 million. So I just get another life. And when you use a bomb, oh god damn it. Yeah, I was really thinking that I would beat Aya without dying, and then I died. I was so pissed off. But when you use a bomb, that counter goes from 5 to 4, and when you use another bomb, it goes to 3, and so on and so forth. This spell card, Crossroads of Heaven, it's really difficult. I recommend it starting. Your start point is where Aya is, and then you start going down and dodging bullets as you go down. I find it to be easier that way. So start at the middle and then you start going down. Aya's non-spell card are probably the hardest in the entire game. Well, with the exception of one spell card and one non-spell card that you'll see, and it's fucking ridiculous. This spell card is actually not that hard. You just stick to the middle and then you go up when the bullets are closing in on you. But for some reason I wasn't able to do it. And I know that it's possible, but I couldn't do it that time. Here, this spell card, I feel this spell card pisses me off not because it's hard, but because I feel that it's not that hard, and I keep dying at it for stupid reasons. Here I decide to bomb because I got nervous and said like, fuck it, I'm just doing it. And also this spell card pisses me off. Blockade sign, Mountain God Procession. And you pretty much have to do what I'm doing right here. You get to one of those holes, and then when the blue pellets are closing in on you, you go to the side. But for some stupid ass reason, that always happens. So I just decided to say, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna bomb and finish this. I'm not gonna deal with Aya's shenanigans. Oh, by the way, the music here is amazing. The reason why I always want to get to stage 5 because the music in stage 5 is just superb. I mean, Soon really outdid himself here. Stage 5 is really not that hard if you have the homing. You have homing Reimu. It's really easy with homing Reimu. As you can tell, I can just deal with one side, and the homing amulets will do the other. It's really easy this way. Well, as you can tell, those bombs that I used in Aya were not recovered really easily with in stage 5. It's really not that hard to dodge this. You just go left, you go right, you go left, you go right. Not much to explain. Oh my, I'm sorry, the music. This, oh right, the spell card. The spell card is, this non-spell card, I'm sorry, it's not that hard. Not that hard. You just enter the star, then you go, then you stick to the bottom again, and then you set down left and right. And this one isn't that hard either. A little maybe a little claustrophobic, but not that difficult. Just stick to the bottom and slide movements to the left and to the right. There there should be enough space for you to maneuver. You get an extra life from this. When I was playing this, I was really excited here because I was like, oh my god, I've never beaten Sanai, the first Sanai appearance, this easily. Maybe I can actually beat this game. Those expectations changed when I actually faced Sanai. Let's say that it wasn't as I would have wanted it to go, but whatever, it still beat the game. But I was really pissed off when I managed to beat Sanai. You'll see why in a sec. I don't like Sanai's theme that much. I don't know. It's probably the That's the first time I yelled at the screen. It's really not that hard. Again, you try to search for a space and go left and right, left and right. There's the first life that I lost stupidly. Here, I have no idea how I managed to beat this spell card. I really have absolutely no idea how I managed to beat this spell card. But I did it. Stick to the bottom and trying to go up and down a little bit when those small bullets are closing in on you. Here I recommend going to the left and to the right, and don't do what I just did and stick too much to one side. I had to use a bullet or else I would have died. It's just no two ways around this one. Here I've actually managed to beat this spell card, and I can tell that it's not that hard, but for some reason I kept dying stupidly here. This is the first time I was like, you know what, I'm about to kill her, I don't want to waste a bomb here. And then I died again because I was not paying attention to my character, and I was really angry at this point because I had died stupidly twice. I was like, no way that I'm gonna be beating Kanako with the amount of life that I had. I'm just gonna go on as however I can. So I decided to just kinda go with the flow. The spell card is not that difficult really. I mean, just stick to the bottom and try to dodge things. Sticking to the bottom seems to work a lot in this game, believe me. This is actually a really easy spell card, at the very least compared to her other ones. Just stick to the bottom and slight movements, really slight movements, with a lot of delicacy. I was actually using a gamepad, game controller here, so using a joystick can really work. Especially if you got a good one. I'm just using an Xbox One controller, so that worked fine for me. So maybe it can work fine for you. Just get yourself an Xbox One controller. Xbox 360 controller can also work fine. I've heard. Here I was like, oh my god, first time I ever get to Kanako. I was really excited. I was almost ecstatic at the fact that I was getting to Kanako. It was either the first time or the second time, I don't remember. But still, I was really excited. And there I died. Stupid death that was not necessary. I totally could have avoided that. But whatever, it was still in the race. I was trying to get there. And I finally get to Kanako. I was like, oh my god, I got one extra life. But I'm really close to 150 million. I only need 2 million more points. I'm gonna do this shit. Here I've never actually I think this is the second time I get here, but I've never actually been able to get past that first non-spell card. Yeah, it's the second time I get here because I have gotten to this spell card. I was really happy when I managed to get through that non-spell card at the beginning. This is Divine Festival expanded on Bashira. There I decided to bomb out of panic more than anything else. And if somebody could tell me how you beat this non-spell card, I'd be happy to hear you because I don't know. I just don't know. That looks impossible to me. There I get hit. I really dislike this spell card. I really do. I decided to bomb just because I was not willing to deal with Kanako's shenanigans. Yes, and I was at this point I was really stressed out. I was like, oh my god, I got one life. If I get hit, I lose, and I have to do all this shit again. And thankfully, I managed to get through that non-spell card without any trouble. It means it can be difficult, but it's not that difficult. There, I bombed stupidly. I did not need to do that. And this is Sacrifice Sign Misayama Hunting Shrine Ritual. There, I barely managed to beat Kanako there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the most annoying, stupid, and most ridiculous non-spell card I've ever seen in any Touhou game, at the very least in normal mode. It wouldn't be that hard if it wasn't that Kanako cheats and makes herself transparent so that I cannot hit her with my bullets. That is BS. Well, it's okay, I suppose. But at least it would be okay if it wasn't for this knife thing. And the blue orbs and the red and the purple rings are not that bad, as you can tell. But the knives, oh my god, the knives are ridiculous. Because when I was playing this on easy mode, I swear to you, I got here with like 6 extra lives, and I lost 4 of them because I was stubborn. I didn't want to use a bomb here, and Kanako kept killing me with those knives. I'm happy in this game in easy mode, but normal mode is a whole different story. Here I was just trying to survive because at this point I had no lives. At this point I had only one life that I had gotten from the 150 million and no bombs. I was really stressed out. So I get here. I thought that I was nearly done, but then I realized, oh my god, no! I still have a lot of. I still have a lot to go before I had to get Kanako. So I just decided to bomb, and this is her final spell card. I was really excited here. I was like, oh my god, I beat this and I beat the fucking game. Really, this spell card wouldn't be that hard if it wasn't that you get a lot of bullets here and you kind of have to react to them as you see them. There's no pattern here, it's just pure reflex. Here I used 2 bombs, and the third one I remember I used it very stupidly. No, that's the third one. This is the fourth one. I don't remember. 1 bomb I remember I wasted. And I haven't wasted it yet, so here I'm thinking, okay, I can do this, and then I used my last bomb. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? Am I gonna beat this shit or not? Then I don't know what happens to me, and I just get super badass, and I start shooting Kanako with all shooting Kanako and just dodging however I can. And then, let me tell you, some of these things I don't know how the hell I did them without dying. I'm really close. I was thinking, oh my god, just end already, just end already. And I was trembling, my hands were sweating, and then I kill her, and I yell off the top of my lungs and say, oh my god, I beat Kanako, you bitch! More or less. So I hope you liked it. I definitely liked it. The fact that I had to beat Kanako just like that. I did the final spell card without dying. Fine, I used 4 bombs, but you know, it counts. Well, I hope you all liked it as much as I liked talking over it. Maybe I'll show you the easy mode. Nah, it's not that interesting. Thank you all for watching, and see you later.